Okay, looking here at the restaurant equipment, we are going to be looking at steamers. So we're talking here about steamers. So steamers are used to cook generally vegetables and grains. They can be used to cook meat, but it's not generally advisable. Here's an example of a steamer, and you want to use some sort of pan that has holes in it to allow the steam to perforate and come up and actually cook the food up from underneath. So we're talking about cooking food with the water vapor that is created from boiling water. Sometimes you might be more familiar with, or you also might see in a smaller portion, a stock pot with a steamer set down inside of it. And this would be like a pan that has holes in it. So you would set that down into your stock pot. Sometimes they have feet on the bottom that'll even hold them up out of the water. Sometimes you have special pans that nest together, and essentially it holds the food up out of the boiling water, because the food in the bottom, if the pan is on the bottom, then the food that's in the water is boiling and not steaming. So steamers are used for vegetables and grains. You could have low or high steam pressure. This is going to consist of stacked pots. The lower pot sometimes might be in the boiling water. The upper pot is going to have those perforated holes so that the steam can get to the food. This is going to cook food quickly, and so we're cooking food with the water vapor. So the first type of steamer is a convection. This is going to have steam generated in the boiler, piped up to the cooking chamber, and it's vented over the food. Pressure does not build, and that's the important part. So the food cooks through convection, which is when the air circulates, the steam circulates around the food. The pressure is continually exhausted out by the machine. You can open the door without danger, and you can cook large quantities of food. So this is your key here. You can open the door while it's steaming. You still want to be careful. The second time is the pressure, and this is going to cook food with high pressure steam. Water is going to heat under the pressure. You're looking at temperatures greater than 212 degrees. You have to release the pressure before opening that door, and your cooking time is going to be controlled by an automatic timer. So the door will lock and it will not open. The food is held under pressure. This is kind of like a pressure cooker. That's kind of how they work. And so it'll cook a lot faster and a lot hotter and harder. Next, we have a steam jacketed kettle. So this one, the food is actually cooked directly down inside the pot. You can have a freestanding one, a big giant one that's on the floor, or you can have a tabletop one like what's pictured here. The bottom and the sides have two layers, and essentially the steam circulates between the layers, and this is a great way to heat food quickly and evenly, and most importantly, the food is less likely to burn. So the food is not directly touching a heat source. And these things are wonderful. I'd love to have one for the classroom to do things like chili and soups. You can also have a tilting frying pan, and these can be used for a lot of things. You can grill and steam, braise, saute, stew. You could do many types of food items, but the lid, it can actually function as a steamer as well. So that's why they put this here, and then it tilts forward so you can get the food. It's got like a little lip on it here, so everything would come out into your pan. You just have to be very careful when you're tilting and doing that. So you got to be really careful when opening the door. I don't know if you've ever opened a pan lid with your face too close and gotten a steam burn on your face. It's very unpleasant. You want to check the steamer for leaks. Make sure that it's no steam's leaking out. Your safety valves, your pressure is working, and clean up any food or water that you may spill.